You know, with Larry Holmes on the card tonight, 56 fights under his belt, you have to include him on a list of dominant fighters during his era. And I think you also probably have to include Tommy Hearns on that list as well. When you talk about guys with raw power and talent during a certain period of time, Thomas Hearns stands out as being one of the top-notch fighters during that period of time. But one of the few times the hitman hit the canvas was at the hands of Iran Blade Barkley. And one of the reasons that it makes it so intriguing is that the last time they fought, well, that's what happened. Coming up in March 20th in Las Vegas, TVKO is going to bring to you once again Iran Blade Barkley and Thomas Hearns. You don't want to miss it.
Get ready for the TVKO Fight of the Month for March. Tommy Hearns, 6-time world champion. He's waited 4 years to avenge his most devastating defeat. Iran Barkley, he destroyed Hearns the first time, and now he's back, more dangerous than ever. Hearns, hungry to revenge that tormenting defeat. Barkley, out to prove that punishing KO was no fluke. 2 champions, 2 warriors, 2 survivors in a wild shootout. Now it's bombs away. They've saved their best.
Welcome back, and with me now live, Tommy Hitman Hearns and Iran Barkley getting tuned up for that March 20th fight. Tommy, let me start with you first. You have something to prove in this fight, I would think. What are you going to learn from that previous fight in this one against Iran Barkley?
Well, I definitely have something to prove. My plans are now for this fight here just to come out and strictly just give Iran a boxing lesson and working off the left hand. Once I get the left hand working, then I can do other things off the left hand.
Have you thought
the main thing is to work off the left hand.
Have you thought about the knockout loss to him very much since that time?
Have I thought about it? I think about it all the time. I constantly think about it. And it's a chance now for me to get back in the ring and get my revenge, my just due, from Iran Barkley, excuse me. My plans are now to have the sweetest fight since the old days, back in 70, 79, 80. You know, I had good years then. But now this is the big payback. See, and I got to get back. I'm getting ready now for the big payback.
Iran Barkley, the last time we saw him on TVKO, he was talking about paying back. He was talking before that fight about wanting you. Iran, you get that opportunity now. Against Van Horn, you talked about the fact that you don't know anything about backing up. Was it a fluke the first time around? What are your expectations when you see Tommy on March 20th?
Well, I can say that it was definitely no fluke. You know, I mean, here you got a great champion and another great champion, and we just gonna go at it. You know, I mean, I plan when I see him that I'm just gonna box and take my time. You know, last time, you know, I got into a rhythm with him, you know, the box, and I got cut up and everything, but that lies in the back of my mind. But I'ma still just go out, box him, take my time.
What are you hoping to prove now? I mean, you had a lot to prove before the Van Horn fight. You came back, you proved that you had the kind of intensity that people thought you had. What are you looking for to prove now?
What I want to prove is to the people also that I'm no forgotten champion, and I paid my dues and I paid the price, and I belong, you know. I deserve just as much as they do. You know, we all work hard for it, but I deserve just as much as they do.
Well, we wish you the both best of luck.
Well, let me say this. You know, before, that was a fluke thing. You see, I was getting the best of Iran Barkley. Iran Barkley was just there. And I was just doing what I wanted. Then all of a sudden I just made a mistake. And he made me pay for the mistake. This time around won't be no mistake. I'm out there to do the job, to get the job done, and go home.
All right, well, you said it was a mistake, and you're going to take it as long as you don't do it now, because nobody's paying you to do it here now. We want you to stay tuned March 20th on TVKO.
Look, be there.
In Las Vegas.
Look, this man got to get what's coming to him.
I told you before you came I wasn't going to have to break you up when you came up here, and I meant that. Now get on out of here. Thanks for joining us. They're really fine fellows when you get to know them. It's going to be a great fight coming up on March 20th from Las Vegas.